Welcome to Professional Hypnosis. We have found that, for those just beginning, listening to a brief pre-hypnotic orientation prior to your hypnosis makes your initial hypnotic journeys much more fulfilling and complete. Therefore, we recommend that you listen to this introduction faithfully prior to every hypnotic session for 1 week. After a week, you can listen to this orientation prior to your hypnosis whenever you wish, perhaps once per week. Hypnosis is not magic. You have to put in the time for it to be effective, and for maximum benefit, we recommend that you plan on an intense schedule of hypnosis for your first week, because your very first hypnotic week builds the firm foundation for every success that follows. So, for your first week, please try to clear your schedule enough to listen to this orientation and your hypnotic session as many times as you can, at least 5 to 7 times in the first week, along with the other interlocking aspects of your training. This represents about 90 minutes a day. That might sound like a lot, but it is less time per day than most people spend watching TV or on the internet. Your professional hypnosis is designed to be at least as immersive, exciting, and pleasurable as the average TV show, and your other time is spent making yourself look good and spending some quality time with your man. You have everything you need for extraordinary success. So let's begin. People can discover patterns in their behavior that are unproductive but keep recurring. For instance, you can be neglectful and inconsistent as a lover. That can come across as thoughtless and uncaring, and also no fun. You can be a wonderful girl, but there may be times when you have unthinkingly gotten stuck in unattractive, sterile patterns, and you cannot just say to yourself, knock it off, because as the saying goes, you can't fight something with nothing. To extinguish the unwanted pattern, you need to learn a viable, coherent, consistent, and attractive alternative. The better behavior pattern might be called your alter ego. An alter ego is a kind of better version of you. She is you. She is only able to possess valuable qualities that you already have, but she's much more consistent in expressing them. She becomes a resource and an inspiration. Hypnosis is a time-honored way to experience that better version of yourself, your alter ego, and to begin to allow her to take over from your unwanted behaviors. Hypnosis is not magic. You still have to put in the time, but it is a process of going into trance, experiencing that person who is a little better version of yourself, and saying yes to her. You will be delighted by this highly produced professional hypnosis session. It's so professionally produced that it becomes almost like a movie in your mind. The hypnosis does a very good job of developing your inclinations in very positive directions by continually empowering your alter ego, and actively draining behavioral patterns that might make you seem uncaring as a lover. It's really skillful hypnosis, and after several trance sessions it should be pretty easy to go under and enjoy the trance and meet your alter ego and begin to be influenced, inspired, and sustained by her. From the first, the hypnosis speaks only to your alter ego, and calls her Bambi, and you can imagine what a girl named Bambi is like. But the point is, Bambi is your alter ego. She's simply you in a different order. Bambi has only your real thoughts and impulses and desires, but shaped and emphasized differently. To create Bambi, the hypnosis energizes and amplifies real, exciting qualities in you that you may have been starving or neglecting, and Bambi is there to improve your tastes as a lover, to make instinctively skillful and thrilling behavior as a lover increasingly attractive and necessary to you, and to make weak and thoughtless behavior as a lover increasingly impossible. There is a brief part in the hypnosis about gagging your former personality, which appears as a little silent doll, and locking her away in a satin box to sleep safely. Pretty strong imagery, but, to be completely honest, you may need that. Your old sexual personality appears as an insignificant toy that is a minor embarrassment from your distant past that you will more and more forget about entirely. Remember that Bambi is simply your alter ego. She's a crystallization of genuine, honest, very attractive, sexy parts of yourself that need to become stronger and more coherent. And remember that this is not magic. You may have a long way to go, but this hypnosis is so skillful and effective that after steady listening over several days and weeks, you should, and you will, start to notice tiny whispers of arousal, compelling you towards the hypnosis and towards Bambi herself. That's a really good sign. It means that Bambi is starting to root herself in your subconscious. Over time, Bambi will grow, Bambi will improve your tastes and instincts as a lover, and keep you feeling attractive and desperately in love with your man. Like a really good friend, Bambi will never make fun of your old former sexual patterns. Instead, she will simply quiet your mind and continue to focus on giving you an incredible makeover. A makeover that gradually will introduce you to the amazing good girl and great lover that she knows you really are. She knows that one day you will open your eyes and scarcely believe what a beautiful, sexy, obedient good girl you have become, and how happy and fulfilled that makes you. Thus, in the hypnosis there are many references to Bambi getting dressed up and wearing her uniform. Obviously, that is a hypnotic metaphor that refers not only to unashamedly dressing attractively for your lover, which you already do, but also to saying yes to Bambi's makeover. You hypnotically learn that dolling yourself up and wearing Bambi's tight sexy uniform metaphorically restricts you to Bambi's own exciting sensations, thoughts, and behaviors, and that makes you feel so much better, sexier, and fulfilled. At first you may disapprove of Bambi at times, even be shocked by her. This is normal, because, to be brutally honest, Bambi may have a lot of work to do. It is normal at first to be very excited to encounter your alter ego, but also to say, she's too outrageous, she's too this, she's not enough that, she doesn't fit my tastes, she's not me. And of course that's right. Your alter ego is not the typical behavioral patterns that you too often have unconsciously fallen into. She's better, yet your alter ego is also truly you, just with different emphases and tastes, and that's a really good thing. That proves you already have all the relevant resources within you. Remember that you are just beginning an exciting, empowering journey, and that the language of hypnosis is both cunning and metaphorical. Or just remember that Bambi is right and you are wrong. Either way, relax and trust the process. Remember that Bambi is you, just as much as your current self is. In the past, you may have occasionally suppressed and ignored Bambi, but she has survived and even flourished. This professional hypnosis is very effective, and you should anticipate noticing your thoughts and behaviors becoming more intensely sexual than your former self had become used to. It is wise to expect some initial mild shock and disorientation as you discover that Bambi is a lot more fabulous, obedient, and fun than you may have settled for in the past. Over time you will adjust your wonderful new level of fabulous, and your momentary reservations will become a trivial memory. If it comes to that, just sit yourself down and consciously make the decision to relax and keep your commitment to continue to listen regularly to your hypnotic session. Eventually Bambi will win, you will relax and obey, and you will become dumb enough to enjoy becoming a wet mess of yes please, and then you will understand sex so much better, and you will become such a good girl for your man. Bambi will create in you a deep desire to relive incredible sexy hypnotic moments, and this is where you feel Bambi is at her strongest, urging you to give into her more, leading to more of these moments. You will literally rediscover yourself as you learn to obey, and to celebrate and surrender to Bambi. Welcome to your exciting adventure in hypnosis. Through this hypnotic journey you can recover wonderful, exciting parts of yourself, fall so much more in love with your lover, experience increased happiness and contentment, and simply become a very good girl for your man. And as everyone knows, good girls make fantastic lovers.